I got to know Petter in our local congregation, and we got married in 1990. We entered into a full-time service 2 years after the wedding. We first started serving as regular pioneers, and 2 years later, we were invited to Bethel. Those were years full of joy, full of hard work, which greatly enriched me. We left Bethel 8 years later, and I found that people had changed. And it was a challenge for us, because now people had become more materialistic. When I learned the truth, it seemed to me that Armageddon was at the door, that it would come soon. And the world helped us in a way, because it didn't want us. It didn't want Jehovah's Witnesses. But today's world, with its freedom, doesn't tell us that it doesn't want us. In fact, it wants us. It wants our time. It wants our attention. And therefore, there may be a great danger. We could feel that Armageddon is delaying, so we might feel the need to fulfill our dreams already today. Jehovah teaches me to be patient. Jehovah is a happy God. And even when he waits, he does not wait idly. Jehovah is hard-working. He's always doing something. When you fill the waiting with activity, time goes faster.
We're encouraged to see Sister Alena Zhitnikova and her husband Petter remain busy in kingdom service. How wonderful that this has helped them to have realistic expectations and continue to remain joyful.
That's what it's all about, having realistic expectations. So we've been hearing from Alena Zhitnikova, who is an ex-bethelite, it seems. She was in Bethel for 8 years, along with her husband Petter. And she's been sharing quite a bit there about the obvious challenge that you have if you spend decades in this religion, the obvious problem that presents itself of being continuously told that the end is coming soon. And wasn't the following an interesting moment in light of what we only just heard in the doctored version of the 2022 annual meeting?
When I learned the truth, it seemed to me that Armageddon was at the door, that it would come soon.
When will Jehovah bring to ruin those ruining the earth? Well, the answer to that question is soon, very soon.
So Armageddon was coming soon, decades ago, when Alena was being indoctrinated into Jehovah's Witnesses. And wouldn't you know, it's still coming soon now. It's exactly the same rhetoric. You know, who are we to believe? Are we to believe Alena from decades ago when she was first learning the ropes of being a Jehovah's Witness? Well, that's been disproven. It wasn't coming soon. And we have exactly the same rhetoric today. It seems that Alena's story is being included in this month's JW Broadcasting episode just to manage expectations, particularly, I would suggest, among old-timers, those who've been in the organization for decades and who are getting weary of waiting. That seems to be what this is all about.
When you fill the waiting with activity, time goes faster.
I mean, does she want a trophy for stating the obvious? Of course, time seems to go quickly when you're being kept busy. That's just self-evident, isn't it? If you want to alleviate boredom, occupy yourself with something. It's the reason why aircraft, particularly on long-haul flights, have some kind of entertainment system. They want to keep people occupied. They want to, for the comfort of passengers, minimize to the extent possible the boredom of them sitting in an aluminium tube for hours. It's obvious that this organization is going to want to keep people busy, especially people who have been in this doomsday organization for decades, being told time and time again that the end is coming soon. The end is just around the corner. And it's starting to grate on them. They are starting to realize deep down that really the end was never coming to begin with.